Okay, this is my second video about racism. Now, I'm about because what me and my roommate was just discussing or whatever. Now, we was talking about one thing I cannot stand is when somebody tells me that I need to. I have to cut that out. That's kind of irritating. Is when a white person tells me to go back to Africa. One, I ain't never been to Africa. I ain't never stepped foot in Africa on its soil or anything. Okay, my slavery day ancestors have been there. Okay, but I never been there. So when somebody tells me to go back to Africa, I find it funny. I ain't never been there in my life. And one question that we was discussing is kind of funny. When they tell us to go back to Africa, we can't. I'm not racist, by the way, but this is funny. I do have white people in my family. When white people tell African Americans to go back to Africa, we can't tell them to go back to such and such, because where did white people come from? Seriously, I would like to know, where did white people come from? White people are not from America. The Indians, Native Americans, are from America. Christopher Columbus, which by the way, he did not discover America, because you cannot discover something when people was already standing here. He found America, but the Native Americans discovered America, not Christopher Columbus. The history teachers lied to you, and it's becoming a well-known fact. So Christopher Columbus found America. So when he found America, white people wasn't here. So a question, where do white people come from? We know where Hispanics come from. We know where African Americans and Asians and Chinese and Muslims and every other race. We know where they come from. But where do white people come from? They're not from America, because we all are immigrants to the land of America. So where do white people come from? Question mark. Another thing I cannot stand, especially at school, is when people are, or especially teachers, are like comparing two races or two backgrounds. They also compare black and white. Like, there's more races out there than just the black and white race. Why can't you use Hispanic race versus like a Muslim race? Like, for example, like when black and white people don't get along, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the one thing that irritates me. Like, use other races for examples. Like, the world is not just black and white. And I can't stand, like, in school, like when we talk about like the different cultures and like the things that our ancestors get that right, have been through in slavery days, and the things we still go through. That's a difference. People say, well, you did this stuff and that. No, people didn't do nothing to us, okay? And this is just not for the African American race. We didn't go through that. Our ancestors went through that. We are still going through stuff today, but we wasn't slaves. Our ancestors was. Okay? Unless you are billions and hundreds of thousands of years old, stop playing it. Say your ancestors, for real. Yeah, but I don't like that when people use examples and they just use like the black and white race. Like, there's more races than just black and white. And I cannot stand like YouTube, all the racist people that want to hide behind a computer and they want to watch videos and make comments and leave like nasty, like racist messages. If you're prejudiced against the race, why would you even click on that video? Real talk. So you sit there and watch whatever, because I think the length is like 10 minutes. So I'm just going to say a 10-minute video of a race that you're prejudiced against, just to comment. Did you really not have nothing better to do with your day? For real. What's the point? If somebody racist was to comment on one of my videos, I would laugh at them and say, have a good day. I wouldn't get mad or upset or he called me a monkey or get real he said this and that on me. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to. Have a good day. For real. That's what I would do. Racism is just so overrated. Why be racist? Why waste your time hating someone for no reason? Just because you don't understand the race. And a lot of that is that a person doesn't want to stand another, doesn't want to understand another race. They just want to hate more than understanding and getting to know, like, the other culture. Anything you want to say about racism? Don't just look at me, it's recording. Or that I should bring up? She's not no help at all. She's not. But yeah, like, it's ridiculous. And that just shows how low you are. Like, that you have so much hate in you that it's like you must have a black heart. You must really do, to spend so much time and energy on hating someone else. Who does that? Especially nowadays with so much going on. And for example, like with the Katrina thing, you're racist. Well, if you would say by Katrina, a victim of the Katrina and Hurricane Rita. Oh, now you want all these other races and cultures help, huh? You want their help now, huh? Look, now she texting me now. Guess she asked me what time do I have. Girl, hey, what was I just saying? Yeah, Katrina. And you're racist, but now you want all these other people. Now she want to be helpful, but now but now you want all these other people help. And a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of racist, I'm gonna say white people because I actually seen a documentary, it is, that wanted to help victims of Katrina. They, like, the little care boxes they send, they actually told, like, the Red Cross people and National Guard, like, we only want our care boxes to go to white people. Like, we don't want any other race besides white people to have our care boxes. So the National Guard and the Red Cross wasn't standing for it, and they actually sent the stuff back to the people like, well, if you're gonna have that attitude, we don't need your help at all. And which is actually a good thing, I think, because it's ridiculous and you need to get over yourself. Racism is so overrated. I laugh at people that is racist. Because why are you racist? Just because your ancestors were racist. She trying to tempt me. She walking around naked. Now if I go in there, something will get started, and she'll be like, no. But just because your ancestors were racist does not mean that you have to be racist. Have understanding, and if you have to do research on another culture or race just to get understanding, to kind of bring you out of your shell, do so. Knowledge is the key. There's so many resources that you can use just to do background on a race or a culture and use it. Take advantage of it, because you're only hurting yourself. You really are. There's so much that every culture can learn from each other, and I want to know about them all of them. So, again, this is your girl Erica. Have a blessed day and stay blessed.